Hi, I'm Vince, and in this sponsored video, I want to give you my honest opinion of these bungee cords right here. The ones I got sent to me, they're 6 in a pack. These ones I believe are 48 inches long. So what I want to do is show you some of the cool features they have. Then I'm going to answer some of the most commonly asked questions people have about them. And then I'm going to show you some use cases that maybe you wouldn't normally think of. Because when it comes to bungee cords, we sometimes get the idea, well, that's for people that camp or people with trailers and they need to tie down the tarps and stuff like that. But they're great for just all kind of household use. So what's special about these that makes them better than a lot of others? I'm going to show you. First of all, they each have a carabiner end. Look at that. That is fantastic. How many times have you been stretching one of these and because it's just a little hook, it could be a metal hook or a plastic one, the plastic snaps and this snaps back and hits you in the face. Or the metal just bends and it slides off. That's not going to happen. Very heavy duty, and both ends have the carabiner. So I really like that. So both ends have it for the stretching. I also like, and this is huge, that these are adjustable. So pull them out, you've got your full 48 feet. But you can adjust them to any size you want, because that's the other thing. I don't know how many times, and this has probably happened to you, how many packs of bungee cords do we have? 20, 30, 50 at our house, all different bungee cords. You can never find the size you want because they're just uniform. It's this long and that's it. But this can be anywhere from 4 feet to basically any length we want. I mean, I could have a bungee cord that short if that's what I needed, and clip them together. So I love that they're adjustable. And they're heavy duty. They're made of heavy duty cord right there. So before I show you some of the ways that I use them, and because I don't camp a lot, I don't have a trailer where I got to tie down tarps. I'm just an average guy like everybody else that lives in a house and often needs a bungee cord. But what are some of the most commonly asked questions? How short and how long can each cord be? So anywhere from, the length here is 48 inches, and you can get them down to, basically as short as you want. I mean, if you were going to go with something like this, I don't know how much stretch you're going to get in there, but you still get some. We're having thunder and lightning storms, so the lights are flickering. You still get some in there. So 48 down to almost anything that you want. They say 7 inches, but I think you could get even a little bit shorter than that. How far can it stretch? These can stretch up to 2 times their length. So this is 4 feet. It can stretch up to 8 feet. That's tremendous. That's fantastic. So they don't recommend stretching beyond that because bungee cords can break, but you can double its length. How thick are the cords? Third of an inch thick. So very, very thick. These are heavy, heavy duty cords. They ask, are both ends adjustable? And the answer to that is no. I showed you one end is just tied off like that, but the other end is adjustable to any length you want. Can they be left outdoors? That's a big question. Again, for camping, for trailers, for anything you might have outside that you got tied up. And yeah, they can. They're made with UV resistant materials, latex and rubber, rust resistant coating carabiners, so they don't rust. These metal carabiners don't rust because they're got a coating on them to prevent that. So they can hold up to the weather. No problem at all. They can be outside. And what I like from this company is you can get them in different lengths. So this is the 48 inch, 4 foot, but you can get them in 60, 80, and 96. And those lengths, like a 60, will double its stretch to 120. So will the 80 and the 96. So these are extremely versatile. So let me pause the video for a minute and show you some of the different ways that you can use them. So here I am with a couple examples just to show you the versatility. Everybody can understand this. You got a box, maybe you got a bunch of junk in it or something. You're going to store it in the attic, store it in your garage, and you don't want it flopping open. Well, a nice full-size one would work just fine. You just slide it underneath, get it somewhere in the middle, You got the carabiner here, which I really like. And you just bring it up and the carabiner clips in, and just like that, your box is shut. Yep, that's pretty standard, right? We all kind of get that concept, or maybe it's a tote or something else. But here's what's cool. Because these are adjustable, I can get rid of this box. And let's say all I want to do is keep this packing paper that I have from unraveling, because it's constantly unraveling. I could throw some tape on there, but I'll ruin a little bit of this when I pull the tape off. Or I can just take one of my bungee cords and pull the cord all the way down to what I think it should be, having about this much left right here. And I just pull this till that's in there. And now I've got this size bungee cord. Take it around and clip it on. Now that's holding that shut. And when I want to get it off, I just do that. It's that easy. So that's the beauty of having adjustable bungee cords. And I'm going to show you one more application for it out in my shed. That's not standard, but you can kind of see how having adjustable bungee cords makes such a huge difference. And these are so sturdy. And I also wanted to mention, it comes with a nice bag to hold them all in, which I absolutely love. So it's pouring rain right now because of our thunderstorms, but when it stops, I'll go out and show you what I use these for in the shed. So here I am out in my shed, and I've got my kayaks, 2 of them up here on a shelf, and they're bungee corded in. But if I just had a 4-foot bungee cord, it wouldn't have been enough. It would have been too long. So, whoopsie daisy. That's why you have everything bungee corded up there. Let's get that stuff out of the way. But if these were not adjustable, and this is the type of thing, so you just never know what you might decide to use them for. And I decided, oh, I'm gonna bungee cord these up out of the way, but if they were full length, that wouldn't work. Look at all that slack. But all I've got to do is pull this cord to what I want, slip it down in there, and there we go. It's being held just like that. So that's the beauty of the adjustable bungee cords. And that's why I say you just never know what you're going to need a bungee cord for and what length you're going to need it. But this is perfect. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously in the market for some bungee cords, and these caught your eye, rightfully so. They are heavy duty, they're thick, carabiners, which is fantastic. They can hold over 200 pounds, can stretch almost double their size. They're adjustable. You don't get better than this. So why don't you do this? Go ahead and put a pack in your cart. Like I said, they come in 48 and 60 and 80 and 96 lengths. You can get 6, 12, 24 in a pack, whatever you need, and they're going to adjust to whatever you need them to adjust to. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and click in the link in the description below, and it'll take you right to your Amazon account, right to this product page, and you can pick yourself up a pack of these. But either way you buy them, I know that when you get them, you are going to be as thrilled with them and find as many uses for them as I have.